Hello everyone and welcome back to Wall Street Homestead. Thank you for stopping by and checking out what we're going on. Kind of a work day out in the garden. It's Monday, October the 7th. It was in the 40s this morning and it's up in the 70s right now. Calling for our first frost later this week, either Thursday night or Friday night, and actually some possible rain mixed with snow in the forecast here in southwest Kansas, zoned 6A and 6B. So we're trying to do some cleanup, get rid of some stuff that's done or is just as well be done. We still got these cucumbers that are fall. They've got cucumbers set on, they haven't produced yet. I'm going to try and figure out a way to save them. I'm going to try to move them all together. And we have an old canopy frame and some clear plastic. We're trying to build a possible high tunnel over the top of them to try to get them through this frost, because usually what happens around here is we'll have a frost and it's cold for 2 or 3 days, then it warms back up for a week and a half or 2 weeks and without anything freezing, and then if you can get through those first couple days you can actually get another couple weeks production if you can protect them. So that's what we're going to try and do with these 6 cucumbers. And on the other end of the garden I have moved all of my fall garden stuff together here. There's the beans, which there is actually beans set on. They're real small right now. And on the other side of them is the peas. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these tubs have radishes. One has turnips. One has carrots and beets. One has spinach. One has kale. One has Brussels sprouts, and one has lettuce. And I've devised a system to build each tub to build a individual high tunnel, and I'll do a video on that here. I'll video that here in a little bit when I get ready to do that, to show you what I used it this spring and it worked pretty good, but I saw my flaw and I'm going to try and correct that this fall, and we'll try it again and see if we can get an extended season and protect my fall stuff so it will last longer. Alright, I'll come back a little later. Okay, thought I'd just give you a quick demonstration of how I'm moving these tubs. This one benefit of growing in these wicking tubs, if you have a way to move them, if something changes, you can move them. I've been moving several all afternoon, and I've got to move these 4 tubs with cucumbers in them yet. So I'm just going to show you how I do it in the typical homesteader fashion. Use what you got. I've got an old, probably an antique furniture dolly with big pneumatic tires on it, and what I've been doing is getting it underneath as far as I can and slide it up on there on the lip as far as I can. Then I take a strap and I go clear around it. Hook it on both sides. Make sure it's up towards the top of the tub. And then pull it as tight as you can, sucking it up as tight against the dolly as you can. Take it back and roll. And there you go. They are heavy. That's why I devised this plan. I moved a few that were here over there, probably 15 feet, and they moved real well. These I'm not moving very far. I'm just trying to get all of these together, and it works good. I know I'll probably use this method this winter when I move them all to my new garden space. So just giving you an idea, one of the benefits of these tubs, you can move and rearrange your garden. You could slide them on the ground or get two people and pick them up, but they're heavy. That's why I devised this.
You don't want chiropractor bills, people.
Don't want to have to go to the chiropractor or any of that.
Make him rich.
But anyway, just thought I'd share that fun fact. So we'll get back to work. Okay, here we are. Got the frame up. Said this was just one of those 10 by 10 canopy, foldable canopies you see people at craft fairs set up for functions in the park or someplace where you want shade. We took the canvas cover off, which actually has a hole burned in it, which is a story in itself, but we'll get into that some other day. But we got it to where all 6 of those cucumber plants fit in there nicely, and you can get around them a little bit. And so now we're going to go work on the plastic. Okay, we're about out of daylight, but gives you an idea what we went ahead and hustled and got it put up because there wasn't much wind today. And if anybody knows about Kansas, the wind blows a lot, and when you get a fairly calm day, you take advantage of it and do a project where you're going to have 30 feet of plastic sheeting. We used a 10-foot wide sheet, but to get the length we needed, we taped 3 sheets together, cut them 30 feet long, which we ended up miscalculating, so we got way extra, but we got it covered and we got it weighted, and the frame's staked down. I do not believe it'll be going anywhere. The frost isn't coming until later this week, but like I said, we took advantage of the calmer winds today, and guy just went ahead and finished it. It'll keep it a little warmer in the evenings and nights, and actually warmer during the days. It's supposed to be in the 60s and 70s until about Thursday, and then cool off and get down in the 30s at nights, and Friday I think the high's only supposed to be in the 40s. So we will see how this works and see if we can extend the season on these cucumbers. Hello everybody, it's October the 11th. We had our big freeze last night, got down to 27, maybe 25 by the time the sun came out. I had to put the plastic back on this yesterday. It had blown off, typical Kansas wind. I secured it better. As you can see, I put a tarp strap around it. Seems to be stayed intact. I haven't opened it up. We're supposed to get down cold again tonight, so I want to keep that covered up to try to see if I can save those cucumbers. As you can see, the tomatoes are done. Got just a little too cold for them, which is expected, but they still had a lot on them, but they were getting pretty tired, pretty ragged looking. I didn't try to get them covered, but the cucumbers I covered in there were planted this fall, and they hadn't yet produced and were setting on pretty well, so I'm trying to get a little bit out of it. Here's what I ended up doing that I talked about briefly on my tubs. I did it last spring, didn't get it quite right, but then I modified it. What I've done is got 1/2 inch. The ones I did in the spring, I did use 3/8 PEX tubing because I just bought 2 short pieces. But I tried to put just 1 on each tub with a bag, and that didn't work too well. So then I put 2 and crossed them, and I used 1/2 inch PEX because that's cheaper than 3/8 PEX in the roll. I bought a 100-foot roll of it. And then the bags are 55-gallon contractor clear plastic trash bags. They're only 3 mil, where the plastic that I used over on the cucumbers is 6 mil, or a lot of your greenhouse plastics are 6 mil. But for temporary use, to buy you some more time in your season, 3 mil will work to get things out a little earlier in the spring, and maybe extend them, or possibly even do your winter greens longer if you can get them covered when it gets extremely cold. So anyway, that's how that ended up. Thank you. If you like what you see, subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. Thank you for watching.